Recording in progress. This is Andrew Williams Jr. We're on the International Day of Peace, and it's time for the World Government of Peace. But we're here with Reamus Muhammad, the awesome intelligence team for the LEV AI network, as you can see on your screen. If you'd like more information, you can contact me on Instagram at Ambassador AWJ, and you can contact Reamus at Excellence Management on Instagram. And you can use either of those links to join us with LEV AI. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and bring in Mr. Muhammad to get the party started.
All right. Welcome everybody. International Day of what? Peace? Is that what I heard?
That's exactly what you heard. We'll go into that in a minute.
I love it. So welcome everybody. LEV AI is the reason we're on this call right here, right now, and why we've been doing it every day at this time for what, the last 8 days or so, 7 days, 8 days. Fired up and excited. Company just launched, and the rest of the world now is about to get this blessing in a few hours from now. So literally Monday in the United States, we're launching. We don't know what time, but the globe will have access. So it's a pivotal point moving towards peace for sure. Because awesome intelligence is about that. Artificial intelligence, that's where you go if you want to be worried about losing your job. AI is taking over everything, and there's no more jobs for people. That's AI. That's the image that comes up in people's minds when they think about AI. And robots taking over, 300 million of them or so, running around, destroying this and destroying that, and they're your enemy. That's AI. We here at Awesome Intelligence, we're not on that frequency. We not on that vibe. And that's why the peace and everything that you're talking about in this day, in my mind is about the next 1,000 years or so, next 100 years or so. I got it. And so the reality is that we're in that time now where this intelligence, we get to use it for our own benefit and get paid in many ways as a result of it. So that's what we're putting together here. That's what I decided to put together. That's where I told Andrew, we wanted to have this call when we first got started, when I got him, told him about it, and we got going with this. And he saw it. It was a no-brainer for him. He knows AI is not going away. Getting paid to train other people to win in life. That's what we do here. Oh, yeah, it's a no-brainer. So we decided, let's call it, I threw the idea out, but just brainstorming. AI, Asiatic intelligence. I like that. Awesome intelligence. I like that. Because we got to reframe the conversation around AI. That's what we do. Because everybody out here is scared of it. And oh my God, they got negative feelings that come up. Too many of us. The mass majority. That's the reason why they say 87% of the people, I don't know what that group was, but 87% of the people are looking to start using the chat GPT. They're looking to start embracing AI. That's a big market. We're talking about 5 billion people. 87% of that number is a big number of folks that need somebody to hold their hand a little bit, guide them in the right direction, make them feel comfortable, invite them into the house, have some tea and some coffee waiting for them and some biscuits or something, little cookies, and just entertain them a little while and let them see how easily they can set their website up. I've set mine up. Andrew set his up. There's no limit on how many we can set up. So since we know how to do that now, we know how to have instant posts every day. Highest level, our thinking, in compliance, social media posts that are customized around what Andrew's trying to do, customized around what I'm trying to do. What he's doing exactly in his world is not going to be exactly the way I do it. That's the beauty of AI. That's the beauty of awesome intelligence. Every single person that's born is intelligence in motion. Well, Remus, what about the people that they don't have a leg or they're born a little? They still are awesome intelligence. I don't care where they are. If they came out of that womb or their mama, they are awesome intelligence. Now, who teaches them? Who guides them is the only question. So what we have over here, thank God for Randy Schrader. See, you got to give credit where credit is due in life. Thank God for Blake Schrader, his son. How cool is that? You can produce a child that now is leading you. That's a pretty cool scenario. Trained up a certain way, and they're not deviating, and now they are leading as CEO over this whole thing called LEV AI, which is run by Terry LaCour's company. We can look all this up. That's where we are. Just giving you a little acclamation to it. Somebody's seeing this tomorrow, next week, because it's recorded live here today on Sunday. But whoever's here live, that's one thing. But those that are going to see it a month from now, those that are going to see this 2 months from now, that's who I'm talking to. Because in one sense, you're a little late. You're 2 months late. You're a month late, but you're way early. You are in front of the masses with this awesome intelligence. And so we have training today. I'm not sure what time it is. I don't want to throw it out there wrong, but we're going to have another training because that's what Randy has committed to, training up the individuals that are involved with the AI. Because this is a useful tool. This is not a tool over there to go talk about and go do it yourself. This is a very hands-on, hey, we're going to walk you through how to get the AI to think the way you want it to think. That's a huge statement. That is the game that we play over here with Awesome Intelligence. Getting your AI, all 10 of them, all 100 of them, all however many AI you want to create that specialize in different parts of the life that you want, get them all working together based on you, based on your intention, based on the colors you like, based on the businesses that you see in your mind and how you want them to look on their website, on social media, all over the place, how you want to brand you. And you get to craft that and change that as you evolve every day if you want to, or every week, every month, every year, whenever you want to, every so often. You get to evolve your presence and how you're represented. And you get to do it now, starting tomorrow, all over the world. All over the world, all over the world, you need to hold on 1 second. Let me do some in-house. Give me real quick. And so, yeah, so sorry about that. But so that's what's going on over here with this awesome intelligence. It's open to everyone. Let me see. The only reason we're talking as much as we are right now, Andrew and I, the only ones talking so far on this particular recording, is because nobody else has showed up yet. So we're using this as an opportunity, and this is designed. This 11 a.m. and 11 p.m., 11 and 11, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, and so the reality is that we are now talking like this because nobody's shown up yet in this particular Zoom. We've had other Zooms, people show up at 11.
Uh,
But we
uh,
got to go ahead.
yeah, if I may, I
Sure.
am in fact answering a question to someone that reached out to me on Facebook about
Okay.
what we're doing. And I do want to answer that in this text because I did send him the invitation. He might come, but I do want to honor the people that have queries about what we're doing.
Sure.
So if I may, I'm going to briefly share my screen um,
Go for it.
to honor where we are, first of all, because what we're doing is not done in a vacuum. It is done on Earth, and it is done for people and with people. And as I said earlier, we're in a time we're in right now is the International Day of Peace. So I do want to share this with you, and then we can proceed from there.
Okay.
So first of all, the International Day of Peace is on September 21st every year. And this year's theme is Act Now for a Peaceful World. The United Nations Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, says around the world, lives are being ripped apart, childhoods extinguished, and basic human dignity discarded amidst the cruelty and degradations of war. So, the theme for this year, 2025, I'll make my screen larger here. I know you can't read it, but I do want you to see it, follow along here. So, in a time of turbulence, tumult, and uncertainty, it is critical for everyone to take concrete action to mobilize for peace. from peacekeepers on the front lines of conflict to community members, to students in classrooms around the world. Everyone has a role to play. We must speak up against violence, hate, discrimination, and inequality, practice respect, and embrace the diversity of our world. There are many ways to act right now. Spark conversations about the urgent need for understanding nonviolence and disarmament. Volunteer in your community. Listen to voices different from your own. Challenge discriminatory language in your workplace. Report bullying both online and offline, and take the time to verify facts before you post on social media. You can speak up with your choices, opting to purchase items from socially conscious brands like LEV AI, or donating to organizations that promote sustainability and human rights. The United Nations also works in each of these areas, leading global efforts to advance human rights, fight climate change, and prevent and respond to conflict. Through its Peace-Building Commission, which is marking its 20th anniversary in 2025, the United Nations works to address poverty, inequality, discrimination, and injustice, all potential drivers of violence. Through its 17 Sustainable Development Goals, the United Nations supports countries' efforts to increase prosperity, raise health and living standards, and end all forms of discrimination and injustice. UN peacekeepers work in difficult and dangerous conditions around the world, inspiring all to take action. And in its recently adopted Pact for the Future, the United Nations promised to address emerging challenges and opportunities, such as in science, technology, and innovation, and support the active engagement of future generations. The United Nations Act Now campaign has helped millions of people around the world choose issues they care about, commit to action, and track their impact. You can download the Act Now mobile app and see the difference your actions make for a more peaceful world. And in conclusion, all of our efforts are connected, from UN supported health clinics to youth led advocacy for the rights of the world's most vulnerable, and from debates in parliaments to debates in history class. We can all do our part to build a more peaceful world. So that's the message from the top, so to speak, from the head of the United Nations General Secretary. And this is, I believe, a call to action for me as well, Remus. So when I was reading this, I wrote yesterday an op-ed opinion piece about this matter, and that may be what encouraged the gentleman to reach out to me, because we want to use LEV AI from something more than just making money to make ends meet. And we want to do it for people around the world. My own commitment, just so you know, I have a personal story, Remus. I was I was born in Macon, Georgia, on April 24th of 1958. And I began speaking in complete sentences when I was 18 months old. I began reading when I was 3 years old. So from 5 years old to 10 years, I was buying my comic books and newspapers from a pharmacy just right around the corner from where we lived. And on April the 4th of 1968, when the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated, the very same woman I'd been buying my books and newspapers from for all these years told me that I needed to stop reading so much and stop talking proper, or I'd end up dead like that nigger king. I had no clue, Remus, where this was coming from. So what I did was I went home and told my mama what happened. She came back and explained that even though all people on earth came from one place, we're all members of the same human race, these people that had traveled to another part of the world, Europe, and had come over here to this part of the world, America, where they killed off the people that were here to take over the land and establish their own government. She told me that when Martin Luther King's message started changing from civil rights to economic rights and human rights, it seems that these people understood that on a global scale, they're more us than them. And they had a great fear, Remus, that if we were ever able to achieve equality with them, we would end up treating them like they treated us. And so that's why I was under threat. So that was the talk we had, not about police brutality, but about the society that we're born into. But she told me I couldn't hate those Europeans and I couldn't hate these indigenous people and I couldn't hate the Africans because my bloodline represents all of them. So when I was 10 years old, my mama told me to first find a way to survive and then find a way to reconnect our human family. So that's why today's message is so important to me, Remus, and it inspires me to thank you and thank Randy Schrader and thank Blake Schrader and thank all the people that I've met so far as we move along this journey with LEV AI, because what I can see is this. It addresses a problem that the Reverend Martin Luther King spoke about in 1963. In his I Have a Dream speech, he did not just focus on ways that we could achieve equality, but he also said that under the circumstances at that time, the Negro, which is what we were called at that time, was living on an island of poverty, surrounded by an ocean of wealth. That resonates with me with quite a lot, Remus, particularly as we move towards what's called America 250. 250 years of the country that was founded so that its citizens could have the pursuit of happiness. But we're also at another important time. We're at a time where, in August the 2nd of 2021, the United Nations launched what's called the Permanent Forum for the People of African Descent. So that means that now there's one body that represents all 1.6 billion Africans or people of African descent around the world. So when my mama told me to find a way to reconnect our human family, what that translates to me now, Remus, is this. I'm born here in the United States. I'm an American citizen. I have access to the world's technology. So my task is to make this available in any way I can to help those brothers and sisters that are still on the continent, many of whom I've not yet visited yet, but who are in fact part of my family. And I had to take a look at the geopolitical situation we're in now and understand that LEV AI can help transition from just mere survival to prosperity, not just for those uh, so-called Negroes in the United States, but of all people of African descent around the world, in particular those that are at home in Africa or in other countries that are receiving remittances or support from people here in the United States and Canada. These are the two places where LEV AI has just launched. So this is what inspired me, Remus, to introduce Awesome Intelligence Team, the LEV AI Network, with myself, Andrew Williams Jr., and yourself, Remus Muhammad, as the leaders of a team that's going to address these issues with the tools that we now have. So I published this article and included the link to the video where people can go to actually watch this 100 seconds. But I'll read this to you while you're driving, Remus. Introduction. The turning point for remittance receivers. LEV AI has just launched in the United States and Canada, where diaspora senders are already beginning to explore how artificial intelligence can transform remittances from one-way support into two-way wealth partnerships. By next week, when LEV AI expands globally, remittance receivers across Africa, the Caribbean, Europe, Asia, Oceania, and Latin America can begin transforming their financial futures. Instead of relying only on transfers for survival, they can reframe remittances as capital for business ventures, cooperative enterprises, and intergenerational wealth creation. This shift not only supports families, but also aligns with continental frameworks like the African Union's Agenda 2063 and the African Continental Free Trade Area. In the article here, I put the link agreements for your Get LEV AI website and also mine. But then we go on to deal with part one, the role of diaspora senders in the U.S. and Canada. Senders play an equally critical role in this transformation. Through the Awesome Intelligence Team LEV AI network, diaspora senders in the U.S. and Canada can shift their perspective from charity to investment. They can participate in transparent, accountable ventures that grow their relatives' capacity abroad while providing them with equity returns. This redefines the sender-receiver relationship. Instead of financial strain and dependencies, both sides engage as partners with mutual interests. This shared approach strengthens family ties, builds trust, and multiplies impact. Part two, the old model can be left behind. For decades, remittances have served as lifelines for millions of households, yet the cycle has remained stagnant. Funds arrive, urgent expenses are paid, and little remains to build long-term wealth. The old model has left families in a survival economy, one that pays today's bills but rarely secures tomorrow's opportunities. Through the Awesome Intelligence Team LEV AI network, families can begin breaking free from this pattern. They can start thinking of remittances as capital rather than consumption. Families can shift mindsets. Receivers can become partners instead of dependents, and communities can pool resources into cooperatives that multiply benefits. Part three, how the Awesome Intelligence Team LEV AI network can change the game. The Awesome Intelligence Team LEV AI network introduces a revolutionary way for remittance receivers to approach financial growth. With AI-powered dashboards, family can provide transparency to their relatives abroad, showing exactly how funds are invested. This builds trust and creates confidence for senders, encouraging them to invest more. Families can co-design businesses with diaspora relatives using LEV AI's multilingual AI systems. Whether it's setting up a local cafe, a cooperative farm, or a cultural tourism service, the Awesome Intelligence Team LEV AI network can provide feasibility studies, budgeting tools, and market insights. This ensures that ventures are grounded in local realities but connected to global opportunities. Moreover, receivers can access training in entrepreneurship, digital freelancing, and grant writing. Children and youth can engage in intergenerational ventures linked to diaspora peers in the U.S. and Canada, creating bridges that span continents and generations. And how does that happen? It's very simple. Anyone here in the United States that has been sending money back to their family in Africa or any other country can simply sponsor that person in that country as an LEV AI partner. It's very simple. And I'm going to walk you through the commission plan. But the idea is this. In Africa and places where the currency exchange is much different than here in the United States, we can actually empower families to now gain independence in their country, but using US dollars or dollars from the USA and Canada. So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to, well, I'll complete this just for the record, Remus, because I do want people to understand that this is not LEV AI that's doing this work. This is us. This is you and me and our team, our awesome intelligence team. That's what we are doing. And we have a vision. Now, when LEV AI expands globally next week, receivers can align themselves with Africa's continental vision for prosperity. Agenda 2063 emphasizes inclusive growth, innovation, and self-reliance. AFCFTA opens unprecedented opportunities for intra-African trade and regional value chains. With the Awesome Intelligence Team, LEV AI Network, receivers can participate in regional trade corridors, use diaspora capital to scale cooperatives, and strengthen accountability with transparent AI-enabled systems. This positions remittance receivers not just as beneficiaries, but as active participants in Africa's renaissance. Part 5, examples of transformation after the global expansion next week. Let's say you have Fatima with a solar business. So Fatima can use remittances from Canada to co-launch a solar-powered microgrid. By demonstrating impact through the Awesome Intelligence Team LEV AI network, she can create a sustainable business that powers her community. Her relatives abroad gain confidence and pride as co-investors in a lasting enterprise that impacts their community back home. Joseph's Cooperative Farm. Joseph can turn U.S. remittances into a cassava cooperative linked to AFCFTA markets. This venture can generate jobs and create export revenues, transforming one family's remittances into a community-wide success story. Maria's Digital Freelancing Hub. Maria can transform diaspora support into laptops and connectivity, establishing a freelancing hub where local youth earn income from global clients. Her diaspora cousins can provide mentorship, creating an intergenerational digital bridge. And in conclusion, the shared future is within reach. With LEV AI now live in the US and Canada and expanding globally next week, remittance economics can be transformed. Receivers can gain empowerment, senders can gain equity, communities can align with Africa's Agenda 2063 vision of prosperity, innovation, and trade-driven growth. This is more than an opportunity. It is a movement. Families that once struggled in cycles of dependency can now build legacies of wealth, resilience, and shared prosperity. The future of remittances is not about survival. It is about prosperity. And Remus, that brings us full circle to addressing this issue that the Reverend Martin Luther King brought up in 1963. So we can change from being on islands of poverty surrounded by oceans of wealth to actually then now we can begin to sit at the table instead of being on the menu. So I'll pause there for any comments that you might have before I walk into the compensation plan, Remus.
Okay, Andrew, sorry about that. I'm sorry, I missed what you just last thing you said. Andrew, can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah, I apologize. I was on mute. I said, yeah, so thank you so much, Remus. I was just asking if you had any comments about what I said before I move on to share about the partner compensation plan before I wrap up today.
Well, I appreciate you saying you wrapping up today, but let's not forget that I'm over here too. So this was 11 o'clock call. I appreciate everything you shared beyond a shadow of a doubt, and I love that in your world and your team, and what you're doing. That huge piece will become more relevant to many across the whole world, and tomorrow. And so I'm so grateful and thankful. But meanwhile, the Steve Cunninghams and the Dana Browns and the whole rest of the crew getting their questions answered and dealt with and this kind of thing. I want to have this space available. So LEV AI, it's great to see what other people are doing. But as we move forward, most definitely, I just very clear about why I created this space was so that we could really, and every bit of what you shared had everything to do with leveraging using AI, which is 100% pertinent to what this call is designed for. And so that big, thorough picture is valuable. And I know one thing about LEV AI, everybody's favorite radio station is What's in It for Me. And when we talk LEV AI, which is really the reason that generated awesome intelligence, I'm very clear that it will never change today, tomorrow, next week, 100 years from now. The story will always be the genesis of this was LEV AI. Had it not been for that, and that to me is a powerful testimony, because had it not been for LEV AI, Reamus would not have a website right now. I promise you that. It was not on my antenna of things to do. It wasn't across my screen of what I'm going to get done in the next week when I came across LEV AI, when I was blessed to be introduced to it. So why is that important, Remus? Because everybody's coming for their own reasons, not because of my reasons, that's for sure. My value to everybody is I can help you get LEV AI to help you. That's it. Whatever you are doing. If I can't do that, I would expect they don't want to pay attention to anything I have to say. Because the most important thing that anybody out here moving on this planet is them, or it should be. Learning to love self and learning to love to produce. And that's what I'm so excited about, because I've been on that page for at least 30 years of trying to find a way to help other people maximize their existence on this planet. When I see LEV AI, I don't know of a better thing in my mind I can focus in on that's going to help somebody in Tennessee, New York, LA, Oakland, San Diego, Nairobi. I don't know every detail of your life. You do. Whoever you are, you know every detail of your life, your mama's name, your hopefully daddy's name, how you got here. I love that you shared your story more, because all of us have a story and it's valuable, extremely valuable. And what I'm excited is that in everybody's immediate network, they can take their own intelligence and fulfill their dreams, fulfill what, and I know that they have to, for all of us to benefit, they have to be better at them, whatever that means. They got to be better at being them and engaging and living on this planet at this time and tomorrow and next week and next month. While again, the rest of the world is scared to death of AI. I lost a job because they replaced me. They didn't need me anymore. I don't have any more value. Stop it. Stop it. Greater is he that's in you, she that's in you, than your job. Guaranteed. So this is the time to become more efficient as a planet, and everybody being able to do such. Again, the core family and what they put in place. If I was trying to settle on the worst part, oh, believe me, there'd be plenty to find, I'm sure. But that's not my intention. That's not what I'm here to do. That will take care of itself. The best part, $100, and when I get done doing what I got to do for the next few hours here, I can go right back home, hit an instant post button, and it will create a brand new, first ever generated with a picture and a phrase that embodies me, and it'll generate it. I'll look at it and I'll say, man, I couldn't have worded that any better than myself. I've trained my AI to do that. I could do that 10 times, 100 times with different posts and do what we're taught in social media. If you want to be influencing people, make sure you have a consistent presence. Make sure you post often. Every single time I can make sure I hit the compliance button before I send it, and it'll be in compliance, and it'll say very low risk, or it'll say something like that, or medium risk, or very high risk of violating some overpromising and type stuff. Remus, do you what? I'm gonna proudly pretend I can go create that. I'm not that pretending kind of person. When I see something that's greater than what I can do on my own, I have no problem bowing down. And I watch other people that seem to have a problem. Like, I don't know, they just want to create everything themselves. I don't know. They like to do everything themselves. Hey, I wish you the best. But for me, LEV AI and 6 p.m. tonight, everybody I know should be on that call tonight. And to learn more and to see, this is day 4 now. Tomorrow will be day 5. And tomorrow will also be day 1 of the International moving in the right direction to have peace on the planet day, tomorrow, because now I can't wait to see the testimony today and after tomorrow of people that signed up, somebody, and the numbers of people that have signed up outside of Canada and the United States of America. And they're doing this business and are getting checks now or signing up other people right now immediately and can get paid next week or the week after that and start getting paid every single week for all the people that they're bringing in the week prior. Get paid on Thursday. These are the details that we need to share with everybody about how LEV AI works. And I know you were talking about getting into that compensation plan. And that is extremely, extremely valuable because as we present it, we get better at presenting it. So that's why this is a great opportunity. This is a great chance. And that's why I wanted to create this space to let people know what they have their hands on with LEV AI. I've got people that are like, yeah, Reamus, hit me later on. Because I let them know I'm the person that's going to help you leverage your own AI. And now they're like, all right, I'd like to learn more about that. I worded it even better than that, but that's the core of it. And, you find the phrases that'll say, tell me more. Tell me more. You know? And that's really what this is about. When a person says, okay, I'd like to know more about that. I'm glad you said that because there's a lot more to share. But until they cognize, I want to learn more about LEV AI, LEV AI can be doing all kind of great stuff. And it will continue to do that. But until the person's begin to say, tell me more, we really don't have the traction that we need. So that's, to me, what's very exciting, letting people know how phenomenal this is, knowing that some people don't even know anything about it. Some have heard about it from us or wherever maybe. Very small percentage of people on the planet that heard about it from somebody else or even us. Or they're listening in here because they've already pulled the trigger. And they're like, okay, now what do I do? How do I pay to get the service? How do I do that? That's a training that we have to do because there is no TV station, thank God, on CNN or whatever that's going to educate people on how to do LEV AI. That's us. Nobody will do that but us. If people don't know about it that we know, it's because we haven't taught them and we've introduced them. And that is what I'm very, very, very keen on and focused on, that we have to create that space so they can have it themselves and use it. And so that's why I'm excited to keep getting my learning curve up and get another website and, add some things to the website that I already have, like a button they can click and subscribe on that page and it can notify Calendly. I look forward to you developing that same thing, Andrew. So I can go to your website and I can actually click on a button, learn more. I can sign myself up on your website. Now we're talking 2025, 2026. Now we're talking about being current, in my mind. And in a lot of other ways we can reach out as well, individually, send links and all that good stuff. But I'm excited to have that floating on LinkedIn and a lot of places and seeing your growth and development and actually getting out and doing it as well. That excites me to no end because I know now I can tell someone else how to do that. Absolutely how they can do it. As excited as I am about it, thank God for making my heart a certain kind of way. I thank Allah that I get excited from helping other folks be able to do it. That right there. And those, to me, that have that mindset are going to get so many blessings from making it possible, being a conduit for other people to win. And that I'm very excited about. So on that note, Andrew, what's on your mind?
Well, to update you that the training session is going to start in 20 minutes, just for your information.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so obviously 3 o'clock Eastern time, 20 minutes
Yes,
from.
sir.
Well, good. Well, then that might be my energy says let's get ready for that. Let's let some people know that that's going to happen because anybody can attend that. They might attend and don't know what the hell LEV AI is. That may be their first exposure. But I
Right.
think that's a good problem to create where people say, what is all this he talking about? And yeah, glad you asked because there's a lot to learn. And why not jump in on day 4 of having launched this thing?
Well, the great news, Remus, is that I have been sharing this live video, but in the edit part at the top, I did include the schedule for the meetings today, including the one coming up, and a way for people to actually watch the video and to contact us. But while we have a little bit more time, I'm going to take these 5 minutes, if it's okay with you, just walk through the overview of the compensation plan, at least for
Go for
those
it.
at the first 2 levels.
Yeah, I'll be behind the scenes, inviting some folks to the training. But go ahead.
All
Absolutely.
right, I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back to you and we'll wrap it up. Okay, audience. Well, thank you so much for allowing us to share this with you. This might be the most important part of our presentation for those of you that have an interest in learning more about AI, teaching others about AI, and getting paid to do so. There's a partner compensation plan with LEV AI, and there are multiple ways for you to get paid in it. We're going to just talk about the first of these, but there are 5 unique ways to earn money with LEV AI, and you'll get a guide that tells you everything you need to know. The first way is an acquisition bonus. This is a boost in earnings when you refer new partners and members. And the second is a subscription commission. Every month, you can earn ongoing commissions on your referrals. Those are the 2 aspects I'll be dealing with today. As you get more involved, you'll become more interested in the level 3 commission. This is when you get a reward for referring and mentoring other partners. Number 4, as you develop leaders, you can share in their success by earning together. And finally, there's what's called an infinity bonus, where you can enhance your rewards with commissions on everyone in your growing team. Now let's begin with acquisition bonuses. When you introduce your friends, followers, and contacts to LEV AI solutions using your personal link or referral code, you've made a referral. You'll earn a total of 50% of their first month's subscription as an acquisition bonus. How it works, you get paid weekly. For example, you refer, let's say, Katya to a $99 monthly plan. You earn 50%, $49.50. There are important terms and definitions that you need to know when we're talking about this acquisition bonus. Number 1, well, what is a partner? A partner is an independent contractor who may refer members and other partners to represent LEV AI. Partners can earn the commissions and bonuses we cover in this guide. Great. And what is a member? A member is a subscriber to LEV AI. And what does personally referred mean? That's a great question. When a partner or member designates you as a referring partner by using your link or code, you've personally referred them. So the subscription commission, every month you may earn 20% of each of your personally referred partners and member subscriptions. And as long as their subscription is active, you'll earn 20%. So how it works, you're paid weekly. For example, Ben's $99 subscription renews the following month. Then you'll earn $19.80 that month, and for every additional month that Ben stays a member or a partner. It's just that simple. There are additional income streams, but these involve you referring other partners to unlock these different types of commission by achieving a rank. And to earn each rank, you must meet or exceed all of the criteria in the table below, We will not go into the details here, but just know that when you become part of the LEV AI team, you'll get this full compensation guide and you'll learn how to maximize your income through this relationship with LEV AI. So that's my portion of the presentation, Reamus. I'm going to get ready myself to jump on this call in just a few moments. So I'll turn it over to you for any last thoughts or comments.
Yeah, great stuff. Everybody get over there to that training. Those that are watching this later on, obviously, you listen to this great presentation. Get over to the trainings. Get to the trainings. Get to the trainings. You can't get to the one that we're getting ready to go to right now unless you heard this in time in the next 10 minutes. But you're hearing this later, there's still more training. So get over to the training. Great call, man.
Thank you so much. We're going to wrap it up. Again, this is Andrew Williams Jr. and Reamus Muhammad. We are your awesome intelligence team leaders for the LEV AI network. If you want more information directly from me, you can Instagram me at Ambassador AWJ or email me at andrew@andrewnetworks.com. And for Remus, his IG is at Excellence Management, at Excellence Management, or Remus Muhammad 10 at yahoo.com. Thank you so much for joining us now, and we'll be back in 12 hours from now and in 24 hours from now. Have a wonderful day. This is Andrew Williams Jr.